Well, in his first public remarks since losing the election, President Trump yesterday said a vaccine would be ready to ship to the country's most vulnerable populations within weeks. He also expects the vaccine to be available to the general public by April. Now, the announcement comes as the U.S. marks more than 10 million cases and the number of deaths surpasses 244,000. Meanwhile, several states are now reimposing COVID-19 restrictions as some governors resist those lockdowns. Let's go to Charles Watson. He's live in Atlanta with more. So, Charles, first of all, what else do we know about the vaccine?
Well, Arthel, President Trump is hoping that the Food and Drug Administration will grant emergency use authorization to at least one of four major companies that are currently developing a vaccine. That coming on the heels of Pfizer's big announcement earlier this week that early data has shown its vaccine is about 90% effective. During his remarks on Friday, the president painted a mostly good picture, but he failed to mention the record number of cases that are being logged across the country as states and local officials impose new restrictions.
This administration will not go to a lockdown. There won't be necessity. Lockdowns cost lives and they cost a lot of problems. The cure cannot be, you got to remember, cannot be worse than the problem itself. This administration will not go, under any circumstances, will not go to a lockdown, but will be very vigilant, very careful.
And Arthel, there is concern among public health officials that the president's often rosy outlook of the pandemic will make the situation worse here in this country before a vaccine is even available to the public.
And meanwhile, Charles, North Dakota is instituting a statewide mask mandate. Tell us more about that.
Well, Arthel, in a reversal, North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum gave into cause to implement public restrictions. The state is sitting at the top of the list with the highest cases and deaths per capita and is really struggling to contain the virus. In a complete turnaround, Governor Burgum is now imposing a mask mandate, restrictions on indoor dining, and the suspension of high school sports and activities until December. North Dakota joins at least 34 other states that have a mask mandate in place. And as hospitals fill up in North Dakota and other areas around the country, officials are increasingly moving forward to tightening restrictions. Arthel?
Yeah, at this point, until we have that vaccine you're reporting on, masks are the next best thing to protect us all. Charles Watson, thank you so much. They're live in Atlanta.